What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is kind of a different video than normal. Last time I did one of these videos, I kind of talked about why step-side trucks, you don't see step-side trucks anymore. So if you want to watch that one, I kind of went over my theory as to why they don't make step-side trucks anymore. Today we're going to be talking about these here wing windows. So as you guys know, if you own one of these trucks or any older car, sorry about the wind too, if there's wind noise in the camera. These windows actually swivel out, which I'll demonstrate in a second. You can see over on my Honda over here, they have the same little corner window, but it doesn't swivel out. Also, for those of you that are new to the channel, this is my 96 F-150, 9-inch lift, 6-inch suspension lift, 3-inch body lift, 38 by 13 Maxxis creepy crawlers, bias plies on a 15-inch fuel revolver. Ranch hand bumper, in case any of you guys are wondering. That's a ranch hand bumper, and it's got a bed liner paint job on it. So if you guys are interested in seeing more of this truck, make sure to subscribe down below. And yeah, I'll show you guys real quick, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Most old cars, and yes, my door panels are not in. I'm doing that probably tomorrow. I gotta paint all of this still. Basically, you just push this button, flip that down, and then this window comes out. So the whole point to that is when you're driving, if you got the window out like this, you the air hits it and comes right in and gets you like that. So instead, it it's a more direct stream of air instead of just having the window down. So I use them all the time. You got one on either side. I use them all the time because this truck's AC does not work. It is an AC truck. The AC just doesn't work, and I really don't have any desire to fix it. So that's what wing windows do. You'll also hear them called, I don't know, smoker windows or whatever, which they work good for that. All the smoke kind of just comes right out instead of being in your face or whatever, and it doesn't make your interior smell if you have those open. So that's another use for that. So that's probably the first reason why they don't make these smoker windows or these wing windows anymore, is because a lot of cars, they're not really made for smoking. All right. Back in the day, a lot of people used to smoke, and still a lot of people still smoke, but it's kind of fallen out of style, I guess. Like, you don't see ads on TV for cigarettes anymore. You used to have cigarette commercials and stuff on TV. You don't see that anymore. So it's kind of a thing that people just, they don't advertise it. So smoker windows wouldn't be something that they'd be advertising because, well, the government doesn't want people to be smoking. So as you guys know, vehicles and stuff, they have government regulations, and I don't know if that's actually a government regulation. It might be. It's probably not, but that's just kind of one reason why they might not make smoker windows anymore, even though they still do make them. This car is a 2012, and you see we still have this little side window here, but it doesn't flip out and it doesn't roll down or nothing. So it's just kind of a pointless little window. Yeah, so this car does not have a cigarette lighter in it either, which in the truck I've got a cigarette lighter in there, but so you really don't need the smoker windows if you don't have a cigarette lighter, which is basically what I'm saying. Also, the other reason for why they don't make these windows is because cars nowadays have to go through a whole bunch of stupid emissions testing and everything, also regulated by the government. So that's why you see new trucks and everything starting to be a little bit more streamlined, stuff like that. They don't have the step-side beds. They don't have, they're just more streamlined. They have to get better fuel economy. Now, when you open one of these windows, what you're doing is effectively pretty much killing the aerodynamics down the side of the vehicle. So instead of the air being able to go straight down and maximize your fuel economy, you're putting this big break in the middle of it, sending the air inside, creating turbulence, which is lowering your fuel economy. So that's pretty much another reason why they don't do this anymore, is because they would have to factor that into their testing and their numbers wouldn't be as good, and stuff like that. So I'm sure there's a couple of reasons relating to efficiency and fuel economy that would make them not want to put these windows on their trucks. So that's pretty much the main reason. Pretty much cars are not made for smoking anymore. A lot of the new ones, like this one right here, do not even come with cigarette lighters in them anymore. Obviously this truck does have a cigarette lighter in it, so it's a 96. So As you can see, we've got one right there. But usually now they still have the little port, and you can probably shove this thing. You can probably stick that in your normal power outlet and it would probably still work, but I don't know for certain on that because I've never tried it. But cars don't have those, so really there's no need for a smoker window, and also it kills the aerodynamics. So those are pretty much the two main reasons why you don't see these windows anymore. Now, I think that they're pretty, obviously in a vehicle that doesn't have AC, which again, this one is supposed to have AC, but it just doesn't work. They're very useful. So this thing, it probably drops down another like 5 or more degrees if you have that window open, just from getting all that cool air directly hitting you, and stuff like that. So there's a lot of big upsides to it, but I guess it just doesn't really, the goods don't outweigh the bad, I guess, for the auto manufacturers to want to keep doing this kind of a thing. It'd be cool to see them make a comeback, but I honestly don't think that they will for those reasons. Yeah, so that's pretty much my whole logic on that, why they don't do that anymore. Yeah, also guys, I've kind of decided on the exhaust that I'm going to be putting on the truck. I asked you guys last video, the video before. I think what I'm going to be doing is either putting a Cherry Bomb Extreme or a Flowmaster Super 10. So single inlet dual outlet, so I will not be running true duals. I'm going to get, basically it's going to come, here I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to have, alright, so you can see over, it's over here. Hold on a sec, I gotta climb under here. Pros of having a lifted truck, so you can just climb right under. Alright, so you can see here is your driver's side exhaust. Manifold is up there, runs into this pipe here. Got your O2 sensors, one right here and one right there, and those come together right into this catalytic converter. So, you know, it's probably gonna actually cost me extra money because I want them to put those two together, run it into the Cherry Bomb, and those are single inlet dual outlet. So it'll have one pipe coming from both the sides, come together, run to the muffler, either a Cherry Bomb Extreme or a Flowmaster Super 10, which they're pretty much the same thing. With a dual outlet, so it'll come in on one side, come in with one pipe on one side, and exit with two pipes on the other, and run out the back. And I'm thinking I want to have them dumped pretty much right where this one is, but obviously not tipped up like that. Probably come out at a 45, probably slightly angled down so it can reverberate off of the ground, because that'll make it louder. So I think that's the whole plan with that, so that's pretty much my decision with that. Anyway guys, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy this video and you want to see more of this truck or stuff like that, make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below. If you have any suggestions for things that vehicles used to have that they don't have anymore that you'd like me to research and make a video on, make sure to leave those down in the comments section below. Make sure if you missed the last video, we did this big burnout with the swamp truck Ford Ranger, and you probably don't want to miss that. Alright, thank you all for watching. Yep. Yeah. Look up. I think someone's yelling that we're an idiot over there. No, they said they were suffocating. drive works mint. Friggin' mint.
You get $500 for this stuff.
Dude, we got this thing for free.
I know. Well, we had to put 50